So I'm taking you around the house so that I can find the best lighting and do my 18-month update. Because yeah, some things have changed since I've been on here last. Clearly though, weird faces have not. You know, one of which is that I don't hate the way I look sitting down anymore. I mean, I could lie and say that I didn't hate it before, but we all know when you see photos of yourself, like, or images, or catch a glance of yourself sitting down, like, sometimes that's a hard angle to take. But you know, I'm okay with this. Still got a big old booty that has fallen. Okay, anyway, I need to actually film this and quit playing around. I'm gonna make coffee first though. Hey, my name is Serena and welcome back to my channel, if you can call it that. So how's everybody been doing? Things have been good here. You know, I've wanted to film. I've told myself I should film. I haven't wanted to film. And you know what? 2019, we're gonna do it. You know, I miss kind of recording bits of my life, and I like being able to look back over old videos and see where I've come from and where I've been. And hopefully, as you can tell, a lot has changed in the last 10 months, actually, since my last update. The last update I filmed on my RNY gastric bypass surgery was at 8 months post-op. And as of this month, I'm 19 months post-op. So I thought I would fill you in, give you kind of like an 18/19 month update and let you know what's been going on with me. So in order to prepare for this video, I actually watched my 8th month update, and I'm hoping this is nowhere near as long because I'm a wordy bitch. And I wrote down, so if you see me glancing over here, I've got my list of just things I wanted to talk about or updates I wanted to provide. So again, I was 19 months post-op as of the 23rd of December. I am currently 228.6 since the last time I weighed, which is an almost 300, like literally, like I think I'm 0.7 pounds away from having lost 300 pounds since I started this journey. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy. This experience has really surpassed all of my goals. You know, there's certainly some, I don't know if negatives are the right word, but there's certainly some things that have changed that I probably could have done without. But I also don't know that those are necessarily because of surgery. But it's just been mind-blowing, this whole thing. So anyway, I don't want this to be a half-hour video, so why don't we hop to it? Let's start off talking about food. One thing I have learned in, you know, ever since kind of passing my year anniversary is that you can definitely eat more the further you're out. I find that it's actually harder the longer I've been out to be able to discern what is truly hunger and head hunger. Like, it's just my mind telling myself that I want to eat. I feel like I'm you know, battling that frequently and kind of having that debate in my head. After a year, I don't know if you'll remember, but for like the whole first year I had no breads or pastas or rices or alcohol or anything like that. And so a little bit after my year anniversary, I did slowly add some of that back in. Mostly, like, I tried sushi, so that's pretty much the only time I've had rice. Yeah, and it went fine. You know, rice isn't like a problem for me. I've had bread every now and then. Dude, I had a lot of bread on my trip to Switzerland. Oh my God. We'll talk about that in a minute though. But yeah, the one thing I found about carbs is that it really kind of triggers my all or nothing mentality. And it's hard for me, it's so much easier for me just to not have it at all, because once I have a little bit of it, it just seems more and it seems easier to just like welcome it back in. And specifically like when I travel for work and I'm in the field, if we stop at a lunch place, now that I can have bread, sandwiches are just so easy to grab. But I also know that's probably not the best choice. So I don't feel like, I mean, it's not a problem, but I go through this like, this mental exercise every time about what should I eat? Is this the best choice? You know, bread's not the devil. And again, it's not really a trigger food for me, but it's been interesting to see, like, now that I've let it back in, that it just, like, that mental process. Boy, I am gonna ramble a lot on this, aren't I? I have also had alcohol now that I've been a year out. I did not lose my mind. I don't feel like I got drunk any faster than I did pre-op. Yeah, I've only probably had it like a small handful of times. It hasn't been crazy. It's not like a big craving of mine. I can certainly something I do without. It's just, you know, a few times I've been at parties and stuff like that. So yeah, did the alcohol thing. As you can see, I still love my coffee, though I will say I've limited myself a little bit, and I definitely don't drink as much, just because I don't know, like the coffee drinks themselves fill me up, but also, oh my God, my Monster. I have had a couple of Monsters, well, more than a couple, but I found that Monster, if I do drink more of it, it actually does make my stomach hurt. And I have to take a Zantac at the end of the day. So I suppose that's a good thing in terms of limiting my consumption of beverages that many people would say aren't good for you. I love them. I've continued my traveling over the past 10 months. I think I mentioned a little bit earlier, I did go to Switzerland in September, and Switzerland and Iceland. I loved Iceland. And, you know, I don't think I didn't go crazy with food at all. I'd be curious to see what my friends think. But I did have some bread. I had a pretzel with butter and cheese, and it was amazing. And my favorite thing ever was like this thing called a fistwiener. Well, my friend Elizabeth calls it a fistwiener. Love you, Elizabeth. But essentially like a big German roll with like a brat inside. Oh my God, it was so good. I would eat one of those every day. That would be a problem. Anyway, other things about travel. I didn't expect the whole being on a plane seatbelt thing to be as much of a positive big deal as it was for me. I feel like I'd gotten kind of hardened to traveling while fat, and it didn't really embarrass me that much to ask for a seatbelt extension, because it just, I just had to do it. Anyway, but this was the first time I didn't have to, and I could ride comfortably in coach. Now granted, I haven't tried all planes, but that was nice. Like, I still hate flying for many other reasons, but that made it suck a lot less, and that took that anxiety away. And anxiety that I didn't even fully realize that I had. What else? I'm still finding it important to plan ahead in terms of my protein and my vitamins. When I don't do that, I don't do as well. It's hard enough while traveling for me to consistently have my protein supplements and my vitamins, but if I don't bring them or plan for how I'm going to get them, I most definitely am more likely to fail. Clothes and fashion, both of those are still some of my favorite NSVs. I'm still experimenting with my style, and hopefully I'll film some more clothing videos this year. I've not allowed myself to buy as many things as I did that first year. In the first 8 months, I bought a lot of clothes. I don't know if I filmed all my hauls, but sorry, my nose is running, it's cold. But I just found that I was burning through things so fast and wearing them so little that figured it was probably better for me and my budget if I purchased less. So I am purchasing clothes because I also hate certain things like pants when they get too big, but I'm only allowing myself to largely buy things that are just super on sale, or mostly from Old Navy and Target. So, you know, but they have cute stuff. Like, I'd still kind of raise my eyebrow at Old Navy, but you know what? I like their jeans. They get the job done, and they're inexpensive, and I don't feel guilty then when they stop fitting in a couple of months. So as of right now, December 2018, I am currently wearing a size 16 in jeans and skirts. I'm sure depending on the item that fluctuates, but I've been pretty consistently fitting in size 16 across different brands, so I'm feeling really cool about that. In my last video that I filmed, my update, my 8-month update, I was wearing 26s and 24s, so it was just crazy to think about like where I've come, even in like the, you know, 10 months since I filmed that video. Yeah, anyway, crazy. Shirts, I'm wearing extra larges and larges. This is a large from Hand Taylor Loft. It's still so weird, so weird. I mean, awesome, but weird to like go into stores, like normal stores, and just buy things. Like, the other thing I've realized is like, people who wear like quote unquote straight or normal sizes, there is no normal, you have way too many options, and it's way too confusing to buy clothes. Like, you have multiple departments within a department store from which to shop. Like, how do you ever find anything? I don't know, like, there is something to be said for having a limited selection. Like, it really forces you to kind of hone yourself. Don't get me wrong, I like having a lot of options. But yeah, I'm gonna film a 2018 outfits video, hopefully later this week, so that I can post. And so I'll talk more about clothes in that one. I never ever thought I'd say the words that are about to come out of my mouth. And I hate that I get emotional every time, well, not every time, but almost every time I start to talk about it. Okay, let's see if I can get through this without weeping like a baby. Honestly, the best part of the last 8 months was fitness and movement. In May of 2018, yeah, at my year anniversary, I don't know, I've been trying a lot of new things, right? Like in March, we did the rock and roll 5K, which was awesome and felt like an accomplishment. And I'd been walking and I'd been hiking, and I still love walking and hiking, but I was just trying a bunch of different classes. And I tried a booty yoga class in May, and I just got hooked. It was fun. It didn't feel like exercise. It's like yoga and cardio and strength training and plyometrics. And I never imagined myself a yoga person. I think secretly, because I've been looking and trying it off and on for years, I wanted to be a yoga person. But I just fell completely in love, and, go probably 4 to 5 times a week. Around the same time, I also found a gym in Baltimore that had a basic training class. It does strength training type stuff. So kettlebells and squats and just bands and just all sorts of like little routines. And so I started going there once a week on Fridays, and I also fell in love with that. Like, God, it feels so good to like do kettlebell exercises, like kettlebell swings and deadlifts, and it just makes me feel really good. And so I found myself over the last 10 months working out pretty consistently, a minimum of 5 days a week, but oftentimes 6 and 7 days a week. And I feel like my body has certainly changed. Like, I feel more muscular and more strong, and it's just crazy. Like, I want to exercise. Okay, we're gonna get through this. And a good portion of that is also just the mental release and endorphins that it brings. Like, no matter how crappy my day's going, for like an hour, I'm not stressed. Anyway, other things that I've tried, Kazache, which is like an amped up Zumba class. And I'm actually going to one of those later today because I have classes left. It makes my knee hurt, but it's fun every now and then. I tried my first spin class on Christmas Eve this year, and it was actually really fun. Like, I definitely want to go back. I'm not going to become like an addict or anything, but I think I like adding that in. I liked the vibe. And again, I was just really surprised at what all I can do now. Oh, I did buy the skateboard and I tried skateboarding. Yeah, that didn't go very well. I was too afraid of falling and breaking something. You know, when you're old, you think about things like that and all the ramifications comes from actually hurting yourself. So I returned to the skateboard. Maybe one day I'll take it back up. I am signing up for the Rock and Roll Half Marathon this year. Not gonna run it. I might run portions of it, but I am gonna walk it. So I'm still fitting in walking. Still love hiking if the weather cooperates. I don't mind cold, but it's been really wet and rainy, and you just shouldn't get on the trails when it's like that. So yeah, I signed up for the Warrior Dash. I didn't finish. I'll tell that story at another point, but that was cool. Being able to do some of those obstacles was also a huge win. Like, again, I like surprising myself with what my body can do. And I like trying things. And again, it's been the most fun in SV. And again, it's why I did this and I signed up, but I don't think I ever fully imagined how far I could go. So I'm not done yet. So we'll see where it heads from here. Thought we'd end with a full body shot. This is where I am right now. This is what I look like. You know, if I thought I had loose skin at 8 months, I knew nothing. Anyway, I've got loose arm skin, I've got loose stomach skin. Maybe one day we'll just survey that. Thighs and my knees are the worst, but you know, sorry. I'm still an idiot. But yeah, so this is it. 18 months post-op. Smaller than, I don't know when the last time I was this size. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go do something. It's good to be back on here. You got goals for 2019? Tell me what they are. I'm interested. All right, bye.